Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a captivating story that unfolds in the heart of Nigeria. Let's travel to the vibrant city of Uyo, a bustling hub of culture and one of the country's most beautiful cities. Picture this, the sun casting a golden glow over lively streets. They are filled with energy and a story waiting to be told. In this magnificent city, there lived a young woman named Kamila. Now, Kamila wasn't just anyone. She was known throughout Uyo for her stunning beauty and kind heart, but more than that. She was the only daughter of the renowned Chief Ino. He was a wealthy and powerful business magnate, a man whose influence was felt far and wide. His biggest venture, the famous Skylink Airways. Yes, that's right. Chief Ino was the owner of one of the most successful airlines in the region. This meant Kamila grew up in a world of immense privilege. Life for Kamila was a beautiful, seamless dream. But as we all know, life has a funny way of throwing curveballs when you least expect them. One fateful evening, as the sun set over Uyo, tragedy struck the No family. Chief Ino was involved in a devastating car accident. The news hit the city like a shockwave, but for Kamila, it shattered her world into a million pieces. Her strong, invincible father was gone in an instant. The grief was overwhelming. A heavy cloak that threatened to suffocate her. Her mother was inconsolable. And the once happy home was filled with a profound silence, broken only by tears. As if losing her father wasn't enough, a darker storm was brewing on the horizon. Soon after the funeral, Chief Ino's relatives began to reveal their true colors. Led by his cunning and greedy younger brother, they descended upon the family's assets like vultures. They claimed that since Chief Ino had no male heir, his entire fortune, including the airline, now belonged to them by tradition. They were ruthless, systematically stripping Kamila and her mother of everything they had ever known. They were thrown out of their mansion, the home filled with a lifetime of memories, with nothing but the clothes on their backs. The cars, the bank accounts, the company, it was all seized. From the pinnacle of wealth and comfort, Kamila and her mother were cast into the harsh reality of poverty. They found themselves on the streets, with no one to turn to. The friends who once flocked to their lavish parties now turned a blind eye. The world that had once worshipped them now looked upon them with pity, or worse, indifference. Forced to survive, they found refuge in a small, dilapidated room in a crowded part of the city. The contrast was jarring. Kamila, who had never had to lift a finger in her life, the weight of responsibility fell heavily on her young shoulders. She roamed the streets of Uyo, searching for any work she could find, but her lack of experience meant doors were constantly slammed in her face. The rejections were painful, each one a fresh reminder of how far she had fallen. Despair began to creep in, whispering that this was her new reality, a life of struggle with no escape. But just when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light appeared in the most unexpected of places. While seeking shelter from a sudden downpour, Kamila stumbled into a small, cozy restaurant. The owner, a warm-hearted elderly woman named Mama Nkechi, saw the desperation in Kamila's eyes. Instead of turning her away, she offered her a warm meal and a listening ear. Touched by her story, Mama Nkechi offered Kamila a job as a waitress. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a lifeline. For the first time in a long time, Kamila felt a flicker of hope. She accepted gratefully, ready to embrace the hard work. Working at the restaurant was tough, the days were long, and the work was physically demanding. But Kamila was determined. She learned quickly, her natural grace and intelligence shining through even in the humble setting. She scrubbed floors, served tables, and learned to cook, her spirit unbroken. She made friends with the other staff, who admired her resilience. Through it all, she never lost sight of one thing, her dream to reclaim her father's legacy and restore her family's honor. Every plate she served, every floor she mopped, was a step towards that goal. She knew the road ahead was long, but in her heart, the fire of determination burned brighter than ever. This was just the beginning of her journey. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next part. Thank you so much for watching and following Kamila's incredible story. What do you think will happen next?